There are nights, Taurus, when the silence in your home isn't really silent. It's in those hours, when the world slows, when the breath of the universe brushes against your curtains, that something ancient begins to stir. You may not see it, but you've felt it. That tingling in your spine when everything is still, that gentle ache in your chest, as if something forgotten is calling you back to yourself. This isn't imagination. This is soul memory awakening. The veil between worlds has been thinning, and this May, the heavens have turned their eyes toward you. It's not a visitation of fear, but one of truth, a quiet announcement that your spirit is being summoned to remember who it is. The sacred geometry of the skies is aligning above you, crafting a cosmic invitation. Awaken, Taurus. Awaken from the sleep of habit, from the lull of comfort, from the illusion of stillness. On the first breath of May, Venus, your ruling planet, dances with Neptune in Aries. It casts a shimmering mist across your dreams, urging your heart to wander beyond the known. These are not ordinary dreams you've been having. They are messages, layered symbols from your soul and spirit guides. You may see unfamiliar faces, distant landscapes, or hear names you've never spoken. These are keys, Taurus. They are asking to be remembered. And Taurus, if these words are echoing something you felt but never dared to name, that's no accident. Your spirit knows truth when it hears it. So if this message is stirring something inside you, take a moment, subscribe to this channel, and share your heart in the comments. Your voice matters, your awakening matters, and we're walking this sacred path together. Then Pluto, the planet of transformation, begins its retrograde in Aquarius. Its energy is not loud, it's subterranean, insistent, pressing at the roots of your beliefs. It asks, what truth have you buried so deep that even you stopped believing it was yours? And what mask are you still wearing to keep others comfortable? The energy builds as Mercury enters your sign, grounding your voice. You may find yourself speaking things you've never dared say aloud. Words long held in the shadows now surface with unexpected ease. This is not just you expressing yourself, Taurus. This is your soul reclaiming its language. Mid-month, the full moon in Scorpio arrives, casting its luminous gaze into your deepest vaults. Scorpio, your opposite, teaches you through contrast. Under this moon, emotions you thought were healed may resurface. Past betrayals, ancestral griefs, unresolved longings, all emerging not to torment, but to finally be released. Don't resist this purge. It is sacred. Let the tears fall like baptismal water. And then comes a stirring unlike any other, the nodal shift on May 18th, when Rahu and Ketu redirect karmic currents. This is no ordinary movement. It's a rupture in your soul's timeline. You may feel suddenly lost, disoriented, as if your usual compass no longer points north. That's because it doesn't. A new map is unfolding, one that doesn't rely on logic but on spiritual instinct. You are being asked to walk blind, to trust the pull of something you cannot yet name. Saturn's entry into Aries intensifies this pressure. It speaks of boundaries, of fortresses and foundations. It whispers, what are you building, Taurus? And is it truly yours? You may feel compelled to shed roles, to question relationships that once felt solid, not from rebellion, but from a need to be real. And finally, the new moon in Gemini on the 26th opens the door to rebirth. It doesn't ask for perfection, it asks for curiosity, for courage to explore what else is possible. What other version of you waits beyond the familiar? You are not losing yourself. You are shedding the shell of a self that no longer fits the light expanding within you. These celestial movements are not happening to you, they are happening for you. Each alignment is a coded message, each planetary dance is a mirror, and all of them, Taurus, are saying the same thing. You are not who you were, and you are not meant to remain where you are. This is the hour of spiritual homecoming. And so I ask you, beloved Taurus, before sleep finds you tonight, to sit in silence, light a candle, close your eyes, and listen to the hum of the universe in your chest, to the breath of the stars in your ears, to the knowing that rises in your bones. You are not alone. you never were. Declare your alignment. Write this decree in the comments and let the universe echo your intention. I awaken in silence. I receive in stillness. I am ready to remember the truth of who I am. By declaring this, you don't just speak words. You unlock gates. You affirm your readiness to walk in step with your soul's true rhythm. Let the universe know Taurus has awakened. There is something sacred about the stillness of nightfall, the moment when the final trace of sunlight recedes and a deeper silence blankets the world. But for you, Taurus, that silence has felt different lately. Not empty, but inhabited, as though eyes without form have been watching, as though whispers drift through the corners of your home, not spoken aloud, but felt through the marrow of your bones. You are not imagining things. The sacred space you call home has been gently stirred by forces beyond the veil, not to harm, but to awaken. Just as flowers open to the moonlight, so too does your aura open in sleep, revealing parts of you that remain dormant by day. This vulnerability is not weakness, it is spiritual transparency, and it has drawn the attention of both divine guardians and curious energies. There has been a shift in the air around you. Perhaps you've noticed how dreams have grown more vivid, layered, even prophetic, or how fatigue has clung to you even after rest, as though something unseen is drawing energy. Arguments arise over nothing. Your thoughts are interrupted by feelings that are not yours. People arrive with smiles, yet leave behind a strange tension in the atmosphere. These are not coincidences. You are being shown what the physical eye cannot see. The energy in your space has become a battleground for frequencies, and the universe, in its infinite love, has summoned a protector to stand beside you, Archangel Michael. Michael does not appear in softness, but in sacred fire. His presence has entered not only to protect, but to shake you awake. There is something, someone, who has entered your life, your home, your field, without permission. They have not come through doors or words, but through thoughts, through envy veiled as affection, through energy that drains instead of uplifts. You, Taurus, are loyal to your core. Your heart is built on devotion and stability, but loyalty, when misdirected, becomes the rope that binds your soul to those who do not deserve it. And the heavens have seen what you've ignored for too long. There is a shadow near you, wearing a familiar face. Not an obvious enemy, but someone who quietly resents your light. Someone who competes without showing it. Who smiles but casts judgment the moment you turn. You felt it, that discomfort after their visit. That strange fatigue, that weight in the air. Archangel Michael has come to cut this tie, not in hatred, but in truth. But your participation is needed. Tonight, Taurus, before sleep cradles you, stand at the threshold of your home. Feel your feet grounded to the earth. Breathe deep and speak not from your mouth but from the seat of your soul. Archangel Michael, shield this home with your sword of light. Let no shadow linger. I claim this space as sacred. Watch what happens next. You will see shifts. Some people will stop calling. The house will feel lighter. Your sleep will deepen, and your soul will know the divine has intervened. But this is not only about your space. There is someone young, someone you love with a depth that aches, who has been pulled into a storm. A child, a sibling, a soul you've vowed to protect. Their behavior has changed. Their light, once bright, has dimmed. You've noticed but couldn't explain it. They are under spiritual influence. Not possession, don't fear, but confusion, doubt, a fog that has clouded their essence. You, Taurus, were born not just to build, but to protect. You are the guardian of your lineage. And so each night, even from afar, place your hand over their name, their pillow, or their memory, and speak, Archangel Michael, protect this soul. Break every unseen chain, restore their clarity and path. You will witness the change. It may be slow, but it will be undeniable. They will return to themselves. They will speak differently, smile differently, and you, dear Taurus, will know you answered the call. You've always known you were strong, but this is not just strength. It is sacred power, and that power is now fully awakening. There comes a moment, Taurus, in every sacred awakening when we must stop searching for answers outside and begin to examine the space within and around us. It is not always grand, it is not always loud, but it is always necessary. This is that moment for you. Your home, your sanctuary, your sacred vessel of rest and reflection has begun to echo with energies that no longer align with your vibration. You may not see them with your eyes, but your body has been whispering warnings: disrupted sleep, tension in the jaw, headaches that appear from nowhere, a heaviness in your chest when you wake. These are not physical symptoms alone. They are spiritual alerts. The soul is crying out for cleansing. There is something in your room, in your living space, an object, a garment, a corner that has been holding the residue of an energy that is not yours. It could be a gift from someone whose heart was never clean toward you. It could be a hand-me-down filled with ancestral sorrow. It might even be a forgotten note, a photograph, a piece of jewelry. It doesn't matter what it looks like. What matters is how it feels. Walk slowly through your space. Observe. Don't look with your eyes. Feel with your presence. Where does the air seem thicker? What item makes your stomach turn, even slightly? That is your sign. This item is not cursed, but it holds memories, imprints, stagnant energy that interferes with your present. And you, Taurus, are no longer who you were when you allowed that energy in. By now, if you've been feeling that chill down your spine, that stirring in your chest, it's not just a feeling, it's confirmation. You're not alone in this. Let this be your sanctuary. Subscribe and let your voice be heard in the comments. There is power in sharing. There is healing in being seen. It's time to release it. Do not wait. Do not hesitate. Open your windows wide. Let the wind become your ally. Light a white candle at dusk and whisper to the shadows, "This space is mine. I command peace. No presence not born of light may remain here." Then, find that item, or those items. Place them in a bag. Bless them, not with anger, but with forgiveness. Say, "I release you. I no longer carry your weight. I walk forward unbound." Dispose of them with reverence. Burn them, bury them, or pass them on, whatever feels sacred and final. But do not keep them out of guilt. Do not cling to memories that poison your present. This act is not small. It is a declaration to the universe. I choose to live in light, and you will feel it immediately. The air will lift. The tension will dissolve. You will sleep deeper. Your dreams will become clearer. And most of all, you will feel as though a door has finally been closed, one that was leaking sorrow into your sacred spaces. You are not purging things. You are releasing echoes of versions of yourself that no longer exist. And Taurus, I must remind you, this is not the end of the cleansing. It is the beginning. Your energy field, your body, your habits, all will ask for attention in the days to come. You are realigning with your truest self, and that self cannot live surrounded by falsehood. There is courage in what you are doing now. Most people choose to ignore what they feel. But you, guided by celestial forces, are acting. You are reclaiming dominion over your energy. This is holy work. Declare your release. Speak this decree in the comments and let it resonate into the invisible. I cleanse my space with light. I release what no longer serves. My home, my soul, and my spirit are sacred and whole. And by affirming this truth, you step fully into your role as guardian of your energy. Let the stars hear you. Let the winds carry your intention. You are rewriting the energy of your future. Taurus, there are betrayals so subtle, so quiet, they do not scream or stab. They slip through familiar smiles, hide behind shared laughter, and rest in the corners of relationships you once considered sacred. You, more than most, carry love like a foundation stone, solid, unwavering, built to last. But not every bond was built with the same integrity, and now the celestial light is revealing the fractures in those connections. It is painful, not because you were naive, but because your heart trusted too deeply, because you believed that loyalty, once given, would be returned in kind. Yet somewhere nearby, perhaps a friend, a relative, even a partner, someone has been feeding off your light without ever honoring its source. They have not shouted it. They have not confronted you. Instead, their betrayal is masked in subtle undermining, backhanded compliments, absence when you needed presence, silence in moments where love should have spoken. This is the poison of unspoken resentment. And now, dear Taurus, the universe is demanding truth, not only from them, but from you. It asks, why do you keep offering your soul to those who cannot carry it with care? The answer lies in your past, in a pattern you were born into. In ancestral scripts that taught you love means sacrifice, that peace means silence, that keeping the family together means swallowing your own pain. But those patterns are not yours to repeat. You were born to break the chain. You are the axis of change in your lineage. You are the breath between what has been and what must become. And that role, sacred as it is, often feels lonely. You may feel misunderstood, alienated even by those you love most, but your soul signed up for this. You are not meant to shrink for the comfort of others. You are meant to rise, bright, clear, untamed, and show what true alignment looks like. Archangel Michael, still present beside you, now draws his sword toward a different battle, the internal one. He whispers, Taurus, let go. Let go of the need to be accepted by those who fear your light. Let go of guilt for outgrowing what once fit. Let go of identities you no longer recognize. Tonight, speak this prayer before rest. Archangel Michael, sever every tie that dims my spirit. Reveal the truth behind the masks. I choose light, even if it leads me away from the familiar. And be ready, for you will see clearly. Words you once ignored will sting with new meaning. Faces you trusted will reveal distance behind their eyes. You will ache, yes, but you will also breathe, truly breathe, for the first time in years. You have never been obligated to carry what others refuse to heal. Let that truth baptize your heart now, and understand, cutting ties does not mean hatred. It means releasing what your soul can no longer sustain. It means stepping into sovereignty. It means choosing yourself without apology. There is a version of you waiting to emerge, one who no longer bends for love, one who receives instead of overgives, one who speaks truth even when her voice trembles. That version is closer than ever. Declare your liberation. If this truth resonates, write this decree in the comments and let it be heard in all realms. I release the unseen chains. I choose truth over comfort. I am loyal only to my light. This affirmation severs cords. It marks a turning. It welcomes a future built on authenticity, not obligation. Your soul has waited lifetimes for this moment. Claim it. Taurus, the air feels different now. Can you feel it too? It's as if the weight that once clung to your chest has lifted just enough to let your soul breathe again. Not fully, yet, but enough to know that something has changed. Enough to realize that the storm was not the end, but the clearing before a new dawn. You have walked through fire, not flames of destruction, but of purification. What burned was not your essence, but your illusions, the masks, the outdated versions of you. The compromises made in the name of love that never knew how to hold you properly. And now, with soot on your shoulders and truth in your eyes, you stand at the edge of a rebirth. May has not been kind in a soft way. It has been kind in the way that awakens. The way a mother wakes a child from sleep, not with a lullaby, but with sunlight pouring through the curtains. You were not meant to sleep through this. With the new moon in Gemini having set fresh intentions into the soil of your spirit, and Saturn's new cycle beginning in Aries, the cosmos no longer waits for your hesitation. Your soul contract has been activated. You may notice in the coming days that the world responds differently to you. Conversations unfold with uncanny timing. Forgotten dreams resurface. Strangers speak words that feel like answers. These are not coincidences. They are echoes of a new alignment. Taurus, Your essence has shifted. You are no longer the one who settles. You are no longer the one who explains yourself to those committed to misunderstanding. You are no longer the emotional caretaker of other people's chaos. You are becoming the architect of your peace. This doesn't mean the road ahead will be free of challenge, but it will be free of pretense. And in that truth, there is power. The person who will emerge over the next moons is grounded, yes, but not stuck. Loyal, yes, but no longer to suffering. Loving, yes, but first and foremost to self. You will lose some people in this transformation, but you will never lose what is real. And what returns to you after this fire returns pure. You are not just changing, you are remembering. You are remembering who you were before the world told you who to be. Before guilt disguised itself as love. Before survival dimmed your intuition. You are remembering the version of yourself who breathes with the earth, listens to the sky, and dares to believe that joy is not a luxury, it is a right. So tonight, Taurus, as this cycle completes and a new one begins, light one final candle. Let it burn, not for release, but for invocation. Invite in the future. Invite in the version of yourself that no longer waits for permission. Sit in silence with her, with him, with them. Let them speak. They will tell you what you already know, that what you've lost was never your destiny, that what you fear is smaller than your calling, that you were never meant to carry this much alone, and most of all, that you are ready. Ready to build the life your soul dreamed of before you ever knew the word dream. Final decree. I am the dawn. Seal this sacred passage in the comments by declaring, I rise from the ashes of who I was. I walk into the dawn of who I truly am. I'm not broken, I am reborn. Write it, speak it, believe it, for this, beloved Taurus, is not the end of a chapter. It is the beginning of the life that was always meant to be yours. The sky did not just visit you, it woke you. And now, your light will never be silenced again. If this journey spoke to your soul, don't let the connection end here. Subscribe now and share in the comments what part of this message awakened something deep within you. Your words can light the way for someone else still searching in the dark. We are stronger, clearer, and braver together.